Oh! Hey guys, and welcome to Repton Reads. So all of the teachers at school, we really miss you guys, and one of our favourite parts of the days was reading to you at the end of every day or at any point during the day. I know personally, my class now, and probably any class I've taught, will tell you that reading is one of my favourite things to do. I love it. It's just brilliant. Everything about books is fantastic. So what we've done, because we miss doing that bit so much, is we have decided to bring the reading to you. So 3 teachers, including myself, so Mr. Jobber, that's me, Mrs. Chambers and Mrs. Cutts, all decided that we would pick a book and read it to you. Now obviously we're not in school at the moment, so we thought we would film this, create our own channel, so to speak, called Repton Reads, and every week we're going to release a video or an audio track of us reading a book to you. So the reason we've got 3 teachers doing this is because we've chosen 3 different books that we like that are aimed at different ages, really. Mrs. Chambers every week will be reading a picture book, the whole book, for children in Key Stage 1, so if you're in early years, Year 1 or Year 2. Mrs. Cutts has chosen a book that she thinks children in Year 3 or Year 4 would really like. Some weeks she may do a picture book, some weeks she may do a book with chapters. That's up to her. And personally, I have chosen a book that I think Year 5 and 6 children will really like. I've tried to pick a book that I think children in my class would really like based on things they enjoy. But also, it's a book that I love, of course. Now, just because you're in a year group, it doesn't mean you have to pick the book that we have picked for that year group. We've just picked a book that we think our classes or children in those year groups would like. For example, if you are in Year 5 or 6 and you really want to listen to the book that Miss Cutts or Miss Chambers have chosen because you really like the sound of it and it's the sort of thing you really enjoy, then go for it, listen to that book. If you're in Year 3 or 4 and you really like the sound of the book that I'm reading, listen to that. You could just pick one, listen to them, and listen to the new chapter every week. Or if you would like to, you could listen to all of them every week. Why not? The more the better. In this video, we won't normally be talking about the books like this. We might do one every now and then when we're starting a new book. So for example, if we get this book finished in Year 5 or 6, I might do another video talking about the new book, or we might even do like a halfway point, talk about the book so far. Normally it will just be a video or audio track of us reading that book to you. So I really would recommend listening to all 3 of the descriptions of the books. But if you would like to skip to Mrs. Chambers' part, then if I've learned how to do this, the time should appear somewhere around here. Skip to that time in the video. If you would like to listen to just the one that Mrs. Cutts is talking about, then again the time should appear here. I'm still learning how to do this. And if you want to listen to mine, then just keep watching from here and I'll do mine next. Hey guys, Mr. Jobber here. I presume if you're watching this, it's because you would like to find out about the book that I have chosen to read. The book that I have chosen is Evernights by Ross Mackenzie. Now what I'm going to try and do is put a video of me on the screen and at the same time have a picture somewhere else on the screen so you can see what I'm looking at up close. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, so either you're watching this and smiling because you can see it, or you're squinting a bit because you can't quite see this. So, this book, I'm looking at the front of it here, as you are hopefully, and the first thing I noticed about the front cover is that it's very dark. It's quite an eerie book, and for anyone who knows my taste in books, I like books that are quite dark, they're quite eerie, there's some strange colours. I like mystery and I like a bit of magic in my book, which is why I picked this one. I'm looking at the picture here and the first thing I see obviously is this city, and I really like that all the windows are kind of lit up really well and it just looks like a bit of a normal city. Then I kind of zoom out and I see the water around it, and the boat itself is almost so dark it's like a silhouette. It's almost like it's hidden from the city, which I really like personally. I don't know what your thoughts are. If you don't want me to give everything away about my thoughts, by the way, you could always pause the video, write down a few thoughts, and then see if you agree with me. So if you're still going, I presume you either unpause or you're just going to keep watching. So yeah, like I said, this ship seems really hidden and mysterious, and on the ship we see this silhouette of a character. I can't really distinguish from this whether it's a boy or a girl, but looking at their clothing, I assume it's not particularly modern, and also the buildings, because we don't really have many buildings around like that nowadays. The majority of the world, some places we still do. And then I come back to the girl again because I can't help. She's got something in her hand here, and I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it's giving off some kind of silvery glow, so I'm going to imagine that's like a potion, maybe, of some kind. I don't know what you think. Again, you can pause it, write down your ideas. Not really sure what's going on. Maybe it's forever nighttime, and she's trying to stop it from being nighttime, because it is nighttime in it. Maybe that's why it's silver, because it's light. Let's read the blurb. Oh wow. Before I've even read this, I'm sure you can see it as well. There's a really big shadow of a very eerie looking man around the text. He seems to have a bit of a top hat and a long spindly finger. And also, he's got like long claw-like hands looking at it. It's kind of over the city as well. Maybe he's the bad guy. We've got a quote from another author as well. He said that Evernight is alive with thrilling darkness and vivid magic. Now, my prediction was something about darkness, so maybe that has something to do with it. And also magic. Again, maybe that could be magic on the front of it there. The Evernight has been unleashed. As far back as she can remember, orphan Larabelle Fox has scraped together a living by treasure hunting in the sewers. In a city where emotionless white witches march through the streets and fear of the hag magic is rife, Lara keeps her head down. But when she stumbles upon a mysterious little box in the sewers, Lara finds herself catapulted into a world of wild magic. Facing adventure, mortal danger, and a man who casts no shadow. Oh yeah, definitely my type of book. Really eerie. A couple of words you might not know in there. If we go down to where it says fear of hag magic is rife. If it's rife, it means there's like a lot of it. And if you're catapulted, if you think like a catapult where you launch something, it means like projected, like thrown into it. So from what I can tell from the back, from the blurb, something called the Evernight, maybe that's Forever Darkness, I don't know, has been unleashed. Larabelle Fox, I presume she's going to be our main character. Emotionless white witches march. So there are witches in this. And why are they called white witches? And why are they emotionless? Does that mean they're evil? Does it mean they are like soldiers that just do the job done no matter what, follow orders? And hag magic, what's that? What's hag magic? And why are people scared of it? Maybe it's dark magic. A bit like in Harry Potter, it's like dark magic, forbidden curses, I guess. Maybe I'm completely wrong, by the way. Maybe that man isn't the man, the bad guy, or the bad guy without a shadow, because he does have a shadow. I've got a lot of predictions. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write down my prediction when I finish filming this, and then we'll get out and have a look when the book's ended and see if I was anywhere near. Because my prediction might change, so I might change it. What would be a really cool activity for you guys to do would be if you could do the same. If you want to, you don't have to. It's completely up to you. You could write down a prediction somewhere for what you think is going to happen in this book. And what would be really cool, would be really awesome for us as well, and for me who's reading it, would be to hear your predictions. I know sometimes when I'm in class teaching and we all come up with 30 different predictions, it completely changes my mind on everything. And you guys got such an incredible imagination, you're so good at this. I'd really love to hear what you think. So what you could do for that is, like I said earlier, if you could write down your prediction, send it to your year group email address, and then they can send that email to me. And I'd be really interested to know what you think. And maybe, like I said earlier, we could read out a few of our predictions before one of the chapters maybe. I'm going to record just one chapter a week, and I'm not going to film it so you can see me like you can now. I'm just going to read it. I don't know if you've ever heard of an audiobook, but it's when someone just reads it. You plug in your headphones or put it on your speakers or just play the music from your laptop and the track, and you just listen to it. When I listen to audiobooks, I like to just close my eyes and listen to it. So I really hope you choose to listen to Evernight. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it'd be really lovely, like I said a few times, for you to let us know what you think. Cool, thanks guys. Hope to hear from you soon.
Hello Repton Manor Primary School, hope you're all well and enjoying your time with your families at home. Hopefully you've all had the latest home learning template that's come out and you're enjoying doing some wonderful home learning activities whilst you're at home. We can't wait to see them, so keep sending them through to the year group emails. It cheers us up every time we see your wonderful learning. Hello Reception and Key Stage 1. The first story that I'm going to share with you next week is this lovely story written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. I'm sure you've probably read lots of stories by Julia Donaldson before. Hopefully you haven't heard this one before, and if you have, then I'm sure you'll enjoy hearing it again. It's called Superworm. You can see the front cover there. I've chosen it because I've seen lots of worms and different insects whilst doing bits of gardening over these past few weeks when we've been in lockdown. And I thought maybe you may have come across some of these animals on the front cover before. I've got a little challenge for you that you could do before I read this story next week. If you could have a think about some of the ways that you think Superworm may be super, maybe you could draw some pictures and send them into your year group emails, and I'd love to see some of those. So if you've got any ideas about how Superworm may be super, you can draw them and email them into your year group emails. Have a look at the front cover for some ideas. I'm just going to share the blurb of the story of Superworm with you so that you've got some ideas about what the story might be about ready for next week. So here's the blurb. Meet the wriggliest, squiggliest superhero in the world. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Cuts here. Hope everybody is keeping nice and well and safe at home and enjoying their time with their families. So this is the start of our first Repton Reads, which we're really excited to do. The first book that I'm going to be reading to you is a wonderful story called The Building Boy by Ross Montgomery. And as you can see, it's beautifully illustrated and a really touching story. So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it. But before we actually start to read, I'd like to read you the blurb just to get you all interested in the book. So it says, the boy's work was done. He looked into the eyes he'd built and said, Grandma, wake up! All at once, the stars leapt closer. Grandma grabbed the boy, raising him high above the roof tiles on her head. She was alive. That's the back of the book as well. Now, when we actually start reading the book, I really hope that you enjoy the vocabulary that's used in this story. It's totally and utterly breathtaking at times, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Okay, see you soon. Bye!